future astronauts. You are the Mars generation. My name is Cady Coleman. I am a NASA astronaut, and I thought I would take some time to just share some things that I think are important about becoming an astronaut. It's an amazing and wonderful job, and what I can assure you of is that if you acquire the skills and just sort of abilities that are really truly yours and are important to you, then that's what's going to make you a good astronaut. Now, what's going to make you a good citizen, good astronaut, they're actually, I think, really much the same. And I say that because I think having technical abilities, being able to do some science, some math, some engineering, you may actually think that's not you, and I have to tell you that is actually how I felt until I started getting into these things, and you realize that every citizen wants to make good decisions about their health and good decisions about our planet. In order to do that, you have to understand what people are talking about, and you have to be able to give your opinion, because your opinion's important. So those are really, really good skills. So let me tell you a couple skills that I think, or a couple things you can do in high school that I think could start you down the right road. First of all, I want you to think of people that you think are classmates, people your age that are really different than you. And I want you to go and get to know them. It's just like being on a space team. We don't get to pick our teams. And teams are good because when they are made up of different kinds of people, and realize that in order to have a diverse team, well, you have to find some folks that are different than you are. And when you go and you start kind of just doing that homework, going and sitting next to somebody different at lunch, or at a sports game, or in a class, or asking somebody that you never ask how their day is, or what's hard for them, or what's easy, you are well on the road to forming a diverse team. And those are the kinds of teams that we need for going to space. The other thing I would tell you to do is to take the things where you think, that's not me. Okay, for me, I have a list like that. Some things you might expect. I am pretty terrible at singing, and I'm not very organized, and I'm kind of a slob. And physics is really hard for me. Well, maybe that last one surprises you, but you'd think an astronaut, physics, we must be geniuses at it, right? Well, I'm not. It's hard for me. It's a hard way to think, and it doesn't actually quite make sense to me in the way that it makes sense to other people. But in my job, do I need physics? You betcha, I do. And so the way for me to understand physics is to ask people for another explanation. I have to swallow my pride and say, I didn't understand that. Why? You said, well, so of course this is going to happen. Why? Can you tell me another explanation? Or can I find another person that can give me another explanation? Or can I go to the web and find somebody that has explained this on the web? And then I understand it. I shouldn't have to go and find all these different ways, but that's just the way it is. And you're going to have to gather the things that you need to understand physics. Same thing with math. You might think, I'm not good at math. Well, I don't care if you're good at math or not. You need math. Everyone needs math. Every citizen needs math. And every astronaut needs math. And if it doesn't feel natural to you, that doesn't matter. It just means if it doesn't feel natural, then that just means you might have to take a little more time and a little more effort to get math in a way that it works for you. And that's important. You're not taking anybody's time that you shouldn't. You are a citizen of the earth. You need math, and it is up to the people who can give you math to give it to you, but you have to ask. So I've given you a couple examples of things that, as you look around, just might be activities that make you a little bit uncomfortable. And the reason I am is that our journey to Mars is hard, and we are not going to get there if we only have people who are all alike on the team. And if you think of that image of what the astronauts looked like long ago, going in the first capsules, we're not going to make the journey to Mars with a team of them. We won't get there. We won't have the creative solutions. So if you are an artist, if you are a writer, if you are somebody that can get up and explain things to an audience, not everybody can do those things either. And so think of what we need for the journey to Mars. We need these technical skills. We need to be able to explain why the journey is important. We need to be able to recruit the people that we need. I guarantee you that if you're watching this video, you have some of those skills that we need for that journey to Mars. And I look forward to seeing you up there. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to cut there and then